Hello everyone, I'm the last presenter. Shall we start? There are 2 billion of these people in the world. Their combined disposable income is $6.9 trillion. Average spend to raise their children to adulthood is $2.2 million. However, only 7% of the companies in the world engage with them. We frequently hear of their suicide. Their depression level is 4 times higher than the average. Their divorce rate is 80% in the US. Can you guess who am I talking about? They are my special clients, parents and caregivers of children with disability or special health needs. Today, I'd like to tell you their story. Before I started Promiscope, I was a lead engineer in Korean aerospace industry. My life was totally changed when my son was born. He has serious congenital disease. He has had to undergo painful surgery every 2 months since he was only 2 weeks old. My life with my son is very different from my past. The most difficult part is I have no one who truly understands me. I want to talk with people like me and ask them how I will manage if my son's condition gets suddenly worse or if he is excluded by his friends. However, it is very difficult to find people like me and talk with them. And it makes me feel desperate and frustrated. I'm not the only one who feels like this. It is same for all the parents and caregivers of special children. Everyone living lives of quiet desperation and suffering. Clearly, this is not the future I want for my family and my son. I want to remove all these bad statistics one by one. To remove these bad figures, ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce hearing service to you. Hearing is part of a social network to help caregivers and parents of special children to share their daily lives comfortably with well-reached people based on children's disability, hospital, location, curing time, curing period, counseling results, and so on. Other services in the market mainly focuses on adult patients and provision of medical information. However, hearing mainly focuses on caregivers and sharing their daily lives. Through the communication with other similar parents, clients can be consoled, healed, and recover a lawful life. And most importantly, through the communication with other parents, we can help parents to give a better care to their special children. Hearing has some other features to help parents. We provide online storybooks by collecting best stories of our clients. collecting scattered welfare information, and providing free online counseling for those who need expert help. Currently, the US special needs market is worth at least $70 billion. However, due to a lack of interest from our companies and our society as a whole, my clients are forced to purchase low-quality product at a high price. Here I am will pass on clients' needs and opinions to special needs market, ultimately improving product quality. Moreover, here I will make money by providing a group buying platform for special needs products. We down the product price by collecting large number of consumers through the HRM's global community and get commissions for the deals. We want to build a global community where caregivers worldwide can actively communicate and support each other. HRM will be a bridge to connect caregivers to other caregivers, caregivers to special needs market, caregivers to expert, caregivers, and source of information. And finally, by allowing caregivers to speak with a unified voice, HRM can be a communication channel between our clients and general society. This is innovation and final goal that we want to make. Thank you for listening. Okay. That's it.
Where is the project currently? Have you launched it? Do you have users on there? Are you getting ready to launch it?
We don't launch yet. We'll launch next month. We are prepared. We finished to build up all the product, but we are keep testing and keep finding debugging. So we'll launch next month after close beta test, and then we'll officially launch our service in July.
Yeah, I think this is a very powerful thing about the internet, that it can connect like-minded people from across the world and form communities of need. One thing I would think through if I were you is that these kinds of communities, when they're formed over the internet, form slowly and organically, usually starting with message boards, where people kind of just get together and talk, and then they start adding on more features. Your background as an engineer allows you to layer in more functionality over time, but I'm not sure you can rush this like a venture investment would normally go, because VCs want to see growth and traction and numbers and growth hacking and cost of customer acquisition and lifetime value and all that stuff. And this kind of thing may just take years to build, but when it does build, it'll be a very powerful community. At least in the US, these kinds of things, when I've seen them built, have been built as a labor of love by a passionate person like yourself over the course of half a decade or a decade, but then they turn into these powerful income generators for those maintainers and become a lifelong project for them, and can actually make them very good money. But if you try and deliberately approach them as a high-growth business, which is kind of what venture investors demand, you can end up in a scenario where you're trying to force a community to happen that has to happen organically. It just takes a lot of time.
So, two quick things. Touching on Naval's point, is there an existing community out there where caregivers kind of like yourself already exist on the web? Like, are there forums, discussion boards, like Circle of Moms, for example, right? Like, are there boards where people kind of frequently, are there websites that people like yourselves frequent already?
I used to use Facebook or LinkedIn for my other purpose. I didn't upload my life with my son because I don't want to show my old friends my personal life. And most of the caregivers and parents feels like that. They use their old social network by some purpose, but they don't use it for their children's life sharing or something. So we need, they are isolated because of the contents of the post. So we need to give them the channel to share their daily lives with their special children.
Yeah, I understand there isn't a specialized kind of social network like Here I Am, but are there like discussion boards somewhere that's just kind of giddily hacked up together where people are just kind of frequently...
There's a small groups in Facebook and LinkedIn and also some specialized sites for adult patients. But they're all full of the information. But we don't want, we want more focus on the sharing their daily lives. Not the curing, but the caring.
Yeah, the reason why I ask is once you launch this, those are initial points that you can just go right away for you to have your initial base of users and customers.
Currently, the main component is the competitors is like a small groups of Facebook. Yeah,
I'm saying you can see it from there.
Yes.
touching on Naval's point, can you talk a little bit about the types of, when you said parents who have children with chronic illnesses or disabilities, is there a particular disability or illness that you're going to focus on first, or do you believe that any parent, regardless of the illness or disability, the parent is going to go through some of the same issues, and they would still want to share their experiences with another parent who may or may not have a child that has the same disability?
Okay. First, we want to approach the my son's disease, the congenital giant nevus, which is one of the type of rare disease. And we think if disease is rarer and rarer, the communication needs is stronger and stronger. So that's why we started as a rare disease. And we will make us a landing page to organize all the categories of disabilities with rare disease. And then we make people to vote to open their categories. So we first start the my son's disease, but we keep progressively open the other categories after the voting count is over than our threshold value.
I think that's smart, and Naval touched on it, but don't be afraid of staying small, building a strong community within that particular illness, and then branching out. Because one of the mistakes we've seen people make is they start too broad with a network and they try to address different constituencies.
Yes.
It's a very thin layer of no value.
Yes.
Yeah. Nice. Good job.
Thank you.
Okay, time is up. 네, 발표 감사합니다. 프라미스페 이준호 교수였습니다.